How is it possible for one man to dominate middle distance running like this? Double gold at the European Championships, and he's done it with frightening ease. But that's not even the most brutal part. The real brutality lies in how he achieved it. While most runners train at their limit, breaking themselves in each session, he follows a different path. A path that allows him to run faster than anyone else while never burning out. Many have tried to copy him. All have failed. Yet his method is so simple and precise. It seems straight out of a NASA laboratory. What's special about his training? Why do his rivals look like mere spectators when he accelerates? How does he constantly improve without burning out? Today, we reveal the secrets behind his preparation and, best of all, how you can apply it to your own training. If I told you that to run faster, you need to train less, would you believe me? Jakob Ingebrigtsen is crushing world middle distance running with a training system that defies everything we thought we knew about running. He doesn't follow the African method of piling up mileage wildly. He doesn't run 200 kilometers a week like marathoners. Nor does he exhaust himself in every session. He's found the perfect formula to improve without burnout. The key is an idea contrary to what nearly everyone else does. He does not train to exhaustion. He does not do workouts at the limit. Yet he improves more than anyone. His secret has a name, the double threshold method. His father and coach designed it based on one key question. How can we train at the highest level without destroying the body? The answer lies in precisely controlling the lactate threshold, the invisible barrier separating effective training from useless exhaustion. Every runner has an exact point where the body begins to accumulate too much lactic acid, and fatigue slows them down. Africans train by feel, and sometimes surpass that limit. Ingebrigtsen leaves nothing to chance. He measures his lactate in every session to ensure he trains exactly at the point where improvement occurs without going too far. He's training precisely in the zone where the body adapts fastest, without excessive fatigue. How does he apply it? His training consists of 2 lactate threshold sessions per day instead of one very intense session. In the morning, 1,000-meter or 1,500-meter intervals at a controlled pace. The goal isn't exhaustion, but to improve endurance without extreme fatigue accumulation. In the afternoon, another similar session, without exceeding the lactate threshold. The incredible thing is his body continues to absorb improvements without excessive stress. The result? He runs faster without injuries. He doesn't overload, so he can train more days without long recoveries. His progress is steady and predictable. And here's the crazy part. This method has proven more effective than the traditional single hard session per day. That's why when his rivals arrive exhausted at the last lap, he's still fresh. The Norwegian method has changed the rules of the game. Now the whole world tries to copy it. But here's the catch. Not everyone can handle it. Here's the key question. If this method is so good, why isn't anyone else dominating like him? Because it's not just the method. It's how he applies it. Most runners train with a more is better mindset. More miles, more intensity, more suffering. And yes, that works. Until the body says enough. Jakob Ingebrigtsen doesn't follow that logic. He doesn't run more than others. He runs better. First key, he never trains without control. Africans train by feel. Jakob trains with data. In every session, he measures his lactate to ensure he never exceeds the optimal limit. The result? His training sessions are ultra-efficient. He doesn't waste extra energy. He doesn't need weeks of recovery. Every session adds up, none drains him. Second key, his recovery is faster than his rivals. Because he doesn't reach extreme exhaustion, he can train more frequently without breaking down. While others need extra rest, he keeps stacking quality training sessions. He doesn't do meaningless slow runs, but precise sessions optimizing his fitness. Third key, his race control is brutal. He knows exactly how to pace his energy in each race. He never spends more than necessary in the early laps. And when his rivals begin suffering, he has plenty of fuel left to crush them. Here's the big difference. While his rivals run at 90% capacity in a normal race, he's running at 85%. That means when it's time to accelerate, he still has an extra 15% left, while others are already at their limit. It's the perfect recipe for absolute domination. Why does his training make him unbeatable? He doesn't accumulate unnecessary fatigue. He recovers faster. He can train more often without injuries. And when race day arrives, he has an energy reserve others can't match. That's why when he accelerates in the final lap, his rivals appear to be running in slow motion. This method is so optimized it doesn't just make him win, it makes him win easily. If you think Jacob Ingebrigtsen trains like any other elite runner, you're mistaken. His daily routine has nothing in common with what Kenyans do. There are no endless runs, no suicidal sessions, no senseless days breaking himself. Every training session is designed with surgical precision. To understand the control he has over his body, here's a normal training day. Brace yourself, because it breaks everything you knew. Morning, first quality session. 6 intervals of 1,000 meters at threshold pace. Short rest between intervals to maintain intensity. Absolute lactate control to stay in the optimal zone. Why does he do this? He doesn't aim to break his body. He aims to optimize it. He doesn't reach extreme exhaustion, but the stimulus is brutally effective. His body adapts without overload. Here's what's interesting. Many runners would do a regenerative run afterward. Jacob does not. Midday, short, ultra-efficient run. 10 kilometers at a very controlled pace. Comfortable rhythm without accumulated fatigue. Only intended to keep the aerobic system active. This run doesn't drain him. It recharges him. Afternoon, second quality session. 5 intervals of 1,500 meters. Another threshold session. Lactate measured in real time. Yes, you read that correctly. 2 quality sessions in one day. While others need days to recover, he continues stacking efficient training sessions. Night, total recovery. Mobility and stretching. Core and strength training. Dinner focused on muscular recovery. Optimized sleep to be ready for the next day. And the next day, he repeats the process. Here's the madness. While others do one hard session and need days to recover, Jacob does high-quality sessions daily, without exhaustion. Result? His progress is constant. His body doesn't weaken, it strengthens. He arrives at races with an indestructible aerobic base and brutal speed. This method has turned him into a perfect machine. And when he competes, it shows. Here's the real secret. It's not just his training. It's not just his genetics. It's his mind. Jacob Ingebrigtsen has a mentality that separates him from all his rivals. There are runners with talent. There are runners with discipline. But very few have the combination of both taken to the extreme. Since he was a child, his only goal has been to become the best. While other kids played with their friends, he trained with military precision. While others doubted if they could reach elite levels, he was already convinced he would. His confidence is unshakable. He isn't intimidated by anyone. He doesn't let pressure get to him. He never doubts his abilities for even a second. Remember when he won Olympic gold in the 1,500 meters at just 20 years old? After the race, instead of celebrating like anyone else, he said something that shocked everyone. "I'm not surprised. This was expected." Do you realize the level of confidence? And with this mindset, he crushed the European Championships. Let's see how he executed this plan perfectly in Apeldoorn. Double gold. Same dominance as always. Same absolute control. Jacob Ingebrigtsen didn't just win. He gave a masterclass on how to run at the highest level. First event, 1,500 meters from the starting gun, total control of the race. He doesn't rush. He doesn't waste more energy than necessary. His rivals change pace, trying to surprise him, but he doesn't fall into the trap. He sticks to his plan, cold and calculated, waiting for the perfect moment. Final lap. Here comes the show. Jacob glances sideways, analyzing his rivals. And when he sees they're starting to suffer, boom, devastating attack. No one can follow. Finish line, gold medal, and a sensation of ease that makes everyone else look ridiculous. But he's not done yet. Second event, 3,000 meters. Here comes the madness. Tactical race. Rivals try to wear him down. They box him in, surround him, try to make his life impossible. But they make one mistake. They leave him a gap, and with a brutal acceleration, he breaks away. Final meters. He looks back. No one can catch him. He crosses the line. Second gold. He smiles. He doesn't even seem tired. What just happened? What we saw isn't luck. It's not just talent. It's the perfect execution of a plan designed to win. His rivals trained harder. He trained smarter. His rivals spent all their energy. He had plenty left. His rivals ran with doubts. He ran with absolute certainty that he was going to win. These championships confirmed what we already knew. Jacob Ingebrigtsen is on another level. Now, here's the million-dollar question. Does this method only work for him? Here's the answer. You don't have to be an elite athlete to apply this method. What you can learn and apply today. Stop training without control. Don't always run at maximum effort. Don't do pointless, extremely hard sessions. Run in the correct zone to improve without burning out. Start measuring your intensity. If you don't have access to lactate tests, use the breathing trick. If you can talk easily, you're in the easy zone. If you can say short phrases, you're at threshold. If you can't speak at all, you're going too hard. Add more quality sessions without going to the limit. Don't do just one hard training session a week. Do more frequent sessions, but carefully controlled. This way, you'll improve without burnout. It's not about running more. It's about running better. If you apply these ideas to your training, even if you're not a professional, you'll improve faster than you think. Jacob Ingebrigtsen has proven that training smarter is more powerful than simply training harder. His method has changed the game, and now that you know his secret, the question is, will you dare to apply it? Let me know your opinion in the comments. Do you think this is a revolutionary method, or does it only work for him? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss more content on the secrets of elite running. See you in the next video.